Yo, oh my God, my chair. My chair was naked. It looks even worse. What's up, everybody? Bang, bang, bang. How's it going? It's been a long time since the last stream. But that's just how it be. You know what I mean? It goes like that sometimes. Life's been not even crazy. Shit's just been loud around the house. I just not been streaming, but I'm here now and we're talking about stealing. So go ahead and call in. If you have a stealing story, if you've stolen some shit or if someone's stolen some shit from you, call in and tell me about it. 916-954-1954. We're doing big stealing stories. You got a story? Let's hear it, dog. Oh man, why is this chat thing not working? Let's see. Stream elements. Chat. This is not the chat I need. Oh yeah, bro. Well, you know the number. 916-954-1954. Always here for stealing stories. This is honestly my favorite topic we do on the show. I've done it a few times. I still have some good ones that I haven't told too, probably. Oh, I see it. I see your call. Hello?
Hey, my man, how's it going?
What's up, dude? How are you? Thanks for calling.
It's going awesome, man. I'm getting into janitorial work. I'm working out. I feel fantastic. Life is going pretty good for me.
Man, I got to tell you, this is a big shift in energy from normal. You sound very happy. That's good.
Yeah, I am. For once in my life, I actually am proud I might be getting my shit together.
Well, that's great. I'm happy to hear that.
How's life going for you, man?
Everything's good.
That,
Everything's good. Less problems than ever, I would say. So hard
nice,
to complain.
Nice. Just like 2024 is going to be our year.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But yeah, stealing stories. All right, there was this one time where I went to New York City and I took off my shoes for some reason, and I had to climb this building, shooting and killing people, and I got my and for some reason I didn't put my shoes on.
Yo, I think that Die Hard actually is this Die Hard?
Yeah, I'm stealing that story.
Isn't Die Hard? I think Die Hard's actually in LA, right?
I thought it was in New York.
I thought so too, and then I think I read today.
It is in LA? But yeah, that's the story. If I'm going to steal any story, I'm going to steal Die Hard. Which, how is it? I know it's a Christmas story, but how?
It just happens at a Christmas party. The events of Die Hard take place at a Christmas party, which technically make it a Christmas adjacent movie. Like, I wouldn't say it's about Christmas. Most Christmas movies are about Christmas, but it does happen.
But that's but it kind of feels like saying The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. It's like, it is about Christmas.
That one is about Christmas, exactly. Okay,
but it's
so here's
more or less a Halloween movie.
Bro, so here's the thing. Die Hard follows New York City detective John McClane, who is caught in a terrorist takeover of a Los Angeles skyscraper. Also, the third one is in New York, so that's also probably part of it.
But why did he have no shoes on?
On the plane, a guy tells him that whenever he travels for a living and to stay calm, when he gets off the plane, he takes off his shoes and scrunches up the carpet with his tootsies. And so he was trying that in some dude's office or his wife's office. And then right when that happened, the terrorist broke in and he was too busy to put his shoes back on. I don't remember why he didn't put his shoes back on, but there was reason why he didn't put his shoes back on for sure.
You know what pissed me off even more than that? Not that he didn't put his own shoes on, but this fucker's killing people.
He was taking guns and shit from other people. He could have got their shoes for sure. I think it comes up. I think he tries to get some shoes, but they don't fit, something like that. There's some shoe adjacent bullshit.
It's like,
I haven't watched Die Hard in a long ass time.
It's like you killed 20 people in the other room. You're telling me those 20 people, not a single one of them had your shoe size. You're bullshitting me.
Yo, so have you ever stolen anything? Tell me. Tell me now.
Oh, I shoplifted. Nothing too bad, just a Snickers and I shoplifted a Snickers from a gas station.
Well, stealing candy is fun because candy's delicious, so I get it. That's fine. Not guilty.
Candy's
I'll allow it. Most candy stealing crimes we let go in
But yeah,
Well, how about here's the worst one. Anybody ever stolen some stuff from you?
can't remember. My memory's not that good.
All right. Well, I'm
But
glad you're
I
doing good,
have-
bro. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. That made me happy to hear.
I have broken into an empty house before.
Did
Have
you
I
fuck shit
told
up?
this story?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I broke in. Well, I guess broken into is the wrong word. This is so dumb. Me and my friends went into the back, and the back door was open. So we was not open, but was unlocked. So we went in there, and we went around in there. And when we were upstairs, there's like this long corridor with rooms on either side, and on the end of the corridor, there's this door to the master bedroom. We went up there, went around, and then I don't know who, but someone closed the door. I think it was Joe. And we went downstairs, we went out, talked a bit, and then went back in there, and that door, I shit you not, was open.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance you aren't the only people in there. You know what I mean? I think people gravitate towards abandoned houses.
Oh, no,
empty
it was
houses.
a small house. If there was other people, we would have seen it. And this ain't an abandoned, this is like right across my own house. There is no way there was other people in that house, you know?
Ghosts. It's got to be.
Yeah, that's what we thought too. Well, that's what Joe thought, and then that's what his friend thought, and then I started screaming, and then we all ran out.
Trespassing's all good. Also, that's who guards against trespassing is ghosts. They're better than a security guard. They don't even have to be there. They kick people out all the time.
Yeah.
Word, thank you, bro. Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you.
But I gotta ask, are you going to do Fortnite again?
I will stream Fortnite. I've been playing a lot. I will stream Fortnite for sure.
All right. Well, see you later, man.
All right,
Just
later,
wanted
dude.
to
Thanks for
get a
calling.
good talk with you.
Hell yeah. Well, it was nice. That's nice of him to call, always. Yo, he always has crazy stories, so that was actually, honestly, a pretty mild call from him. And it's good that he's doing good. Yo, call in. Tell a story, 916-954-1954. I know you stole some shit. I know you did. We all did it. Yo, I think I might have told this story on the stream before, but when they were redoing the Carl's Jr. in the town I grew up, they were like switched from the Big Star to the Carl's Jr. written out sign, and we pulled up, and fucking my friend snatched the signs. We had this Carl's Jr. sign. I ended up with it for years. I had it for like 5 years after that. I would put Christmas lights up in it. It was like a full-size side of the building Carl's Jr. star. Big. And just have it up in my house. It was a delight. I don't even remember what happened to. Oh, I was moving it. It was in my car while I was moving, and I cracked it hella bad. But that was a good one. Absolutely a good one. Paul and yo, I was reading some decent ones right here on Reddit earlier. We'll go just between calls, but go ahead and call in still, 916-954-1954. My head shaver broke, and it looks crazy on this video I'm seeing, but that's okay. We're doing it. Groomy, if you're watching this, bro, now's the time. I used to steal from 7-Eleven almost every day. Well, you're gonna get caught if you go steal from 7-Eleven every day, bro. Of course you did. I used to steal from the local grocery store all the time. Walk in and get what I wanted and go to the part of the store without a camera and stuff it in my backpack and leave. That went on for months. Yo, I used to know a dude who paid his rent like that, or he would buy weed like that. Like everybody he knew, he would just steal groceries for them and give them the shit. It was actually a pretty good system. I'm not gonna lie. And everybody got what they needed. Like this dude who sold weed got all the chicken breasts he needed. It was like a good trade-off. Oh, yo, let me burn through these quick little. Yo, so shout out to the Sanctuary in Sacramento. And I also just found out, even if you're not there up on Grand Avenue, it's in like North Sac near Del Paso Heights. But it doesn't matter, because if you live within 30 miles, they will deliver that shit and you never have to go. So it's dope in there though. As far as clubs go, it's really nice. Like it's one of the nicer dispensaries in Sec. But shout out to them. They sent me this cool little vapey. They sent me a cool little vape pen. A bunch of cool shit. And I'm always thankful for that. So shout out to the Sanctuary. We love you around here. What the fuck? When I was 13, I sewed a pillowcase inside my pants. It was normal at the time to have extremely large jeans. I cut a hole inside the left pocket of my pants and I turned the pants inside out. Sewed a pillowcase to the left pocket. Damn, so he made a super pocket. Meatball, what's your opinion on HVAC? I'm trying to get my certification. I think it's a good job. I call HVAC dude like once a year. It's relevant. Most people have some shit that they need HVACing, heating or air conditioning, right? Everybody has one of them in their house. So it seems like a worthwhile business. I couldn't do any job where you had to be hot or be in a house where the air conditioning is broken. That's not a job for me. But it sounds tight, bro. Go for it. I just almost burned myself. I was hoping that there was going to be a story with this giant pocket pants, but that's okay. We'll get there. Janitorial work's a good job too, dog. Most trades are good. Like trade jobs are always hiring. They all have a high turnover and they all need bodies. So let's go. Yo, what up? Thanks for calling. How's it going?
What's up, Meatball?
What's good?
Oh, I have a funny one. It just recently happened to my wife. She's a bartender, and she was like working like a 12-hour shift. And like halfway through, there's like a hibachi place like next door. And so her and her friend, got rice. Her friend ate half. She kept it at the end of the bar, and some random dude sat down and like scoped out her rice. And before she knew it, he was like running out with her rice, and he was fucking eating in the parking lot.
That's fantastic because it went
so
beyond
mad.
just like an impulse. Like he was thinking about stealing it for a second. Like when you're drunk, sometimes you like to steal stuff, but like to hatch a quick little plan about it, like a little bit of thought went into it.
And I was like, well, I was trying to calm her down. I was like, maybe he was homeless. And she was like, fuck that. You know how it is when like you've worked all day and you've been looking forward to something. She was seeing red. It was so funny.
Oh yeah. I mean, if your girl's going to decide to be mad about something, the next thing that needs to happen is you got to get really mad. Like, either way. So so then what happened? He was just gone? He was into the night?
Well, he was like, you could have it back. And she's like, motherfucker, you've been eating it.
That's crazy that you even did you confront him outside or was he still in the restaurant?
I guess she ran out. I heard all this after, like when she got home that night. She didn't even tell me until after, but I guess she like ran out because she was so pissed.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. The next thing that I would have done is made the restaurant make it over. You can't let people come in here and steal my shit. That's also partially on them. It's not a big part of restaurant management, but part of it is making sure people don't run in and steal the people eating's food. Like it's a very small part of that job, but they got to do it.
And then that story makes me think like of another one. Like back when we were in high school, me and my brother would drink our dad's beers, like the bottles, and we'd fill them up with water, and we'd smack the caps back on. And my dad got home one day, and he works outside, so I know like now how pissed he was. But he like drank the first one, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he drank the second one and spit it out. And then when he got to the third one, he was like, "If this is water, I'm beating the shit out of you guys." And they were all water.
It's funny to even think to put it back. Like watering down alcohol and putting it back in the like wherever, that almost makes sense to me, but filling up a beer bottle, like how you had to be like a very young, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I think it was mostly the kind of like it would be funny, but now that I'm older and like how there's those days you're like, oh, I just want to get home, eat, have a beer. Now, if you opened every one of your beers or fucking water, I'd be so mad.
Yeah, that's how kids did used to get beat up for that, like 100%.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm sure it still happens all the time. Like, I'm sure, I don't know why I said used to. I'm sure it happens every day.
Oh, I'm sure too.
Alcohol when you're a kid is so, it's in the house, bro. Like, it's in the house. It's right there. It's so appealing. And you're like, I've gotten beat up by this dude before. It's maybe worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you start really weighing the decision in your head, and it always sounds good.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, at least I'll be a little drunk.
Yeah, he might not even fucking know. You'll convince yourself of anything just to talk yourself into it. Like, that's 100% part of it.
Yeah, it was so funny. But like I said, looking back on it now, I understand exactly how bad he was.
Yeah, but also he could have just been like, why would, like, it's almost funny enough to not be mad. Like, when you said it like that, that's when I started seeing, like, it was almost funny enough where I'd be like, for you to even think this would work, like, I'd almost let it slide. I'd still probably yell.
I think it was so funny though, because like everyone in the house knew the third one was water. Like, why would you even try it?
Yeah, that's true. You didn't need to check it.
Oh, shit, I got another one. Another time when we were in high school, there was this kid. There was a liquor store in this shopping plaza, and there was like an alley behind it that dips off into the neighborhood. And this kid was like, "Oh yeah, I can run in and grab a bottle. It's the little old Indian lady. She ain't gonna do nothing." And I'm like, "Whatever." So he goes in, and then as he rounds the corner, dude, the little Indian lady's like 8 inches behind him. So he jumps in, and we take off. And it just so happens the cops come in, and we get pulled over, like, because the cop just sees us speeding away. And we're like, "Yeah, what happened?" And he's like, she fucking jumped over that counter, like parkour style, and was just on me. And that shit was funny.
She does it like 3 times a day, bro. She's conditioned to do it.
Yeah, like fucking. She was cool though. She was like, "You just give it back. I'm not gonna do anything." So he just gave her back the bottle.
That's actually tight. It's crazy the cops are like in the immediate vicinity too. Like, literally that. It's the one thing that will fuck up any robbery. Like, the best laid plans, or just in the moment like that. You know what I mean? If you turn the corner and there's a cop there, it's very hard to win.
Yeah, and all he was doing was following us because like we were kind of speeding, and I guess he must have got the fucking call right. It was really quick response time, dude. That must be a really good area over there.
The cop was also headed there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Either that or hit that 7-Eleven for fucking free coffee and stuff.
That's the.
But I think that's all I really got.
Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to say.
Oh, I think that's the only ones I really got. I've never really like been into stealing or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people aren't into it. Most people will go like way out of their way to not steal shit.
Yeah, there's just no point, you know. It's not worth the hassle.
I mean, sometimes it is, but I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, but like the bigger stuff though is like bigger the consequences, you know. Like if it's really worth it, like I don't know, like robbing a bank or something, then you're fucking, you know, you're definitely gonna go away if you get caught.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all balances. But some days, like if you need a big bag of chicken tenders from the grocery store, bro, that outweighs you not having $30. It does work like that.
Wait, I got one, but technically it's not stealing.
Okay.
So I went to the store to get a money order to pay rent, and I needed like $960, but the lady messed it up. So I was like, I handed it back. I was like, "Oh, you messed it up. We need to do the right one." And she's like, "All right, I'm gonna put the money back on your card, and we'll do it." I was like, "All right." So she put the money back on my card, and before she rang me up and stuff for the new one, she just gave me the money order for like $980 or whatever.
Damn.
So I just walked off.
That's so tight, bro. That's the dream. You like literally anybody ever buying a money order has wanted exactly that to happen, and it happened to you. That's a pretty good feeling.
I took it as a blessing. That's not stealing because I was willing to pay for it.
No,
That's
that's
just the way
not
it turned out.
bro. Even in Monopoly, it says bank error in your favor. You know what I mean? Like when they fuck up, when anybody fucks up, like that's not your fault. You already had
No.
to deal with one fuck up. You were like, hey, this shit's fucked up. Let's do it again. You know what I mean? That wasn't part of your scheme. That's not on you after that to be like, oh, hey, you forgot to take this $1,000 from me, please.
Yeah, and I just took it for like a sign of God, because like somehow like I was still like, usually when I'm out in public and stuff, I'm kind of stressed. I'm trying to be in and out. I wouldn't be paying attention. But I was like, oh, she didn't bring me up, and she just handed it to me, and I was like, all right, have a nice day, and just fucking dipped.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. You should have. You were absolutely right to not say anything. Not guilty. Not guilty. I'll allow it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. All right, mate. Thanks.
Thanks for calling, man. I'll hit you next time.
No problem.
I'll hit you next time. What could I have even meant by that? Why? How do I feel so awkward when they're on the line, and then as soon as I hang up, I'm like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Meatball?" Like, I know he can still hear me. He was watching this shit before we were on the phone, so I know it's also. But I just felt, I don't know. The whole show is based around calls, and as soon as I'm on the phone, I feel as awkward as can be. Can't believe my chair is naked back here. The insides are coming out. Now everyone knows that this chair behind me is a set piece. How do I fucking do this? First of all, if you live somewhere where the rent is $970, bro, that is stealing. It doesn't matter how you pay for it. That's thievery, bro. That's highway robbery. That's what the answer I was looking for when I was on the phone. That's crazy low for rent. Like maybe 10 years ago, you could get a studio apartment here in Sac for $800-900, but that was it. You're living in the kitchen, and it's still tight compared to probably like studio apartments most places. But why didn't I react to $950 for rent? That's so cheap. But this story also took place in the past. So I'll let myself off. There it is. I had the wrong chat dog. Shit. What's good though? I'm glad that I'm glad that everyone came to the show still. I'm glad we're all still hanging out. I'm glad some people are watching. You know what I mean? And I'm glad you guys are calling too. When you don't do the show for a month, you don't know if it's even going to work. But we out here. I'm going to do, we'll do like, I think we're going to do a Christmas show on Monday too. But like, in the event that I don't do that, we'll also do something Christmassy on Friday. I don't even know what that could mean, but we'll do it. Go ahead and call in. Tell me your fucking stealing story. I know you stole some shit. Call in. Somebody call in and tell me what you stole right now. 916-954-1954. Or if somebody stole from you, I know somebody stole some shit from you. It's happened to all of us. We've both been on either side. This is a long one. Gotta see if it's worth it. Skull candy headphones. Low. That's a low one. Go into a really large store and pick up a pack of gum on his way in. Have it obviously in his hands. Go to the technology section, slip headphones into his backpack, and then go to another small item at the checkout counter. Manager eventually followed him out and basically told him he didn't want to give this kid a record. Why do all these managers give a fuck? I'd be jamming up 10th graders all the time. First of all, this is why if anybody who would jam you up is a dick, but also if it was me, I would be the dick. Guess what? That sounds fun. You can't give anybody power Even me. If you give me power even over one Best Buy, I'm gonna make somebody's life suck. That's why I'm not a real person. I can't have a job because I'm not nice. I can't do it. And I'm not mean enough to make that work either. Like I'd get fucked up for that immediately. They'd be like, you can't do this. You know what I mean? Like unchecked. Just completely. Over 14-year-old me went to the mechanics. What could you even steal at them? Stole a bunch of porn magazines from the mechanic. Pre-internet, you had to get porn anywhere you could get it. Absolutely not guilty. Yo, so if pre-internet, if you walked into a room and found a bunch of porn, you had to take it. You were morally obligated to take it because you might never see another boob again if you don't. Not guilty. Not guilty for sure. That's first of all it's like very low stakes too. Like no one's gonna. It's not traceable back to you. You're not stealing it from someone who knows it was you taking it, like in your house, like your parent. You know what I mean? Like there's no. Where would you even take? I'm lucky to have grown up in an internet time. I guess I was right on the bridge, and I guess I did steal physical porn from places. I guess that did happen. So I guess that's why I'm identifying with the story. It just happened. It came right out. Lock that one away. Now I feel guilty. I'm changing my mind on this one. The insides came out, bro. I started to sweat my own story. Stealing boxes of trading cards as a kid. Yo, what up? Long time no see. Absolutely. I haven't done stand-up in the longest. So all the stand-up homies, it's been a minute. This was before they're caged up. It's caged up because you were stealing this shit, bro. Cause and effect. You did it. It's funny too, because like stealing collectibles, you could probably have gotten some shit that was actually worth money and thrown it away and never known. Stealing from the book fair. This is okay. I've done this show maybe like 3 times with this topic. This is easily the most common thing I've heard, stealing from the fucking book fair. I would have been so scared to steal from the book fair as a kid. I love to steal, but I always bought shit at the book fair. That I could never have been brave enough to do that. The library at my school was so small. What you smoking, Judge? Weed. Some kind of crazy candy named weed. All weed is candy names now. It's like names of almost candy. Skittles. It's like I don't have a joke to go for this, so it's probably yeah. I'm super high though. I feel like you ever only smoke the pen all day and then you start smoking real weed and you're like that's how I feel, but I'm also trying to talk to people, so that's tough. Skittle whippy dippy do. Yo, also the other one I always have been getting is like fucking black mochi something. Runts too. I thought Runts was gonna go away as a weed name, but it's more popular than ever. It's funny like that weed names were always made up, and so when it's like a name and then someone's like, oh, that's these 3 crossed together, I'm like, the lineage of these is probably very sketchy. Because as soon as someone has too many of one strain, they just change the name and call it something else, and everyone moves on. And I'm sure that works with fucking trimmings and shit too, like clones. So it just seems crazy to ever care about shit like that. Whenever anybody's asking me like, "Oh, well, do you know what strain it is?" I'm like, so he did tell me when I bought it what strain it was, but if you don't write it on the bag, I'll never know. That information's lost. I love Nerds ropes and those little clusters, which I think are just tiny Nerds ropes. Not even as edibles, just as candy. So good. What? Sorry, I fucked up with this. Man, I know I said this a second ago, but I'm so high that I'm almost scared right now. Not scared, but I'm just like fucking zooted. Brett and I used to shoplift all the time. It seems so common. Maybe it's just because I'm reading things about stealing, but I feel like I talk to a lot of people that used to shoplift a lot too. We got approached outside Walmart and the floor walkers tried to take us in. You used to be able to steal all kinds of shit at Walmart. But they also got tired of that. It was way worse. Like, people would walk out with shit from Walmart, but then also people would walk in with like a receipt. They would find a receipt with like a big ticket item. Then they'd go in and steal that and then go out and then come back in and return that shit with the receipt, right? So that was like one of the main reasons that they cracked down on stealing. It wasn't just straight like shoplifting. It was like involved shoplifting like that. Also, you shouldn't fucking shoplift there. They don't like it. They don't like it when you shoplift at Walmart. That's what I've been seeing. It's the comment on these threads. What's your worst experience with stealing? I was trying to read this thread earlier for like 5 minutes before I realized it was from Petco. Stole a rotisserie chicken and got caught. Damn. If it's like some basic ass food, you should definitely never stop anyone from stealing like some food. He's probably fucking hungry, right? That seems fair. Like it seems like fair game. No one needs to protect Walmart's interests. Like, even if you're the super manager at Walmart, it doesn't seem like you need to be jamming fools up over chickens. Because also, while you're stopping some dude that's stealing a rotisserie chicken, another guy's gonna walk out with a TV. Like 100%. 100% that's what's happening. Never looked so fat. Bro, I also got caught stealing in high school. I think I told this story the first time we did stealing as an episode, but I got caught stealing a pretzel dog at the school lunch line, and I had already eaten lunch. I just went through with my homie, and I was like, well, I'll take this. Immediately caught, bro. Like, and I'd also probably got caught because I had been taking shit there sometimes, but like, man, calling my mom and saying I got caught stealing food. You're already like a fat fucking 14-year-old. You're like, Mom, I got caught stealing food. Then the vice principal's like, yeah, this fool was stealing food. Then you gotta come, your dad comes home midday from work and he's like, what's this fool doing here? And your mom's like, tell him. You're like, I was stealing food. Then you are already so embarrassed. Then your dad is fucking pissed. No good. Stole a few women. Fair game, bro. Because it was her choice. Right? Never been called a fat ass so many times in a row. Oh, damn. This is a traumatic experience. This story that you're telling me. Oh no, there's fucking. Damn, bro, there's dabs stuck to the bottom of this this mouse. It'll never be a cool gaming mouse again. It's just a dab mouse now. Had uncles back in the day that would pull up the construction sites at night and steal the equipment. Yo, that sounds expensive too. Like, this sounds like what they would call grand theft. Excavators and skid steers and shit. But where would they even sell them for money? Like, where could you even flip that for cash? Like, stealing is cool, but also it's only as good as, like, if you have somewhere to get rid of that shit for cash. Otherwise, you're trying to sell it randomly, like around the same area people are looking for stolen shit. Like, good luck. Good fucking luck, bro. You're going to jail and you're going to get caught, like, and it's going to be your own fault. Like, you're going to get caught in a way that was very dumb. Like, when you tell somebody, they're going to be like, yeah, you got caught like that. All these stealing stories on this thread were very benign. I'm looking for something big. Bro, I have seen stories about people stealing police cars and shit like that. Tried to sell it would be wild, but exactly like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Interesting theft story? Question mark. Go ahead and call in if you have a stealing story. I know someone stole some shit from you. If you're a nice guy who's never stolen, I know someone's stolen from you. That's how it works. That's how it happens to people. So call in 916-954-1954. My goodness. And low eyes on the stream today. Have any interesting robbing or stealing stories? I witnessed my first theft today. Kiwi Frosty. Oh, that's the poster. Oh, this is a Home Depot. This is a Home Depot thread. People really do steal a lot of shit from Home Depot, actually. Oh, this is a Walmart thread. See, here we go. You really did steal a police car? Is that true? Tell the truth. Don't let me believe you for even a second if you're joking. Because that's a silly story. Some dude went in the electronics cases and asked the person to unlock the Nintendo Switch LEDs. Once the employee grabbed it, the dude pushed the employee over, grabbed the Switch before sprinting out of the store. That's pretty basic. For that to be the plan, you know what I mean? Like, do you know? Keaton, yes. Yo, that's crazy, bro. How did you think you were gonna sell a cop car? Were you? Can you just tell me you were under the influence of a bad drug, like one of the bad ones? And I'll be like, okay, that's fine. Fuck, I retrimmed this shit and it's not working. God damn it. Level 5 felony. Is that 5 stars? Is this a Grand Theft Auto reference? I don't know shit about laws, really. I know that seems like a silly thing for me to say here, but I don't know what level 5 felony means. They didn't teach me that when I was in judge school, all right? So for like your go-to plan to be when they give the shit out of the locked case, I'm just going to shove them and run the fuck out. The electronics section is in the back. So you had to run through the whole store. Even like, what if it had been somebody you couldn't have shoved over? Or they didn't fall over when you shoved them. You know what I mean? Like anything could have happened. Everything had to go right. I'm not going to read the comments, but he didn't even say in the main post that they got caught. One night years ago, while the electronics associate was at lunch, someone busted into the case where all the iPhones and Galaxy phones were and walked out with $20,000 worth of phones. All right, we can't just do Walmart ones. Another Home Depot theft. Like, this is a common thing on Reddit, is Home Depot theft stories. We can't do that. watching people steal at Staples. Said that they put the shit down at the register and then picked it up and ran out the door. I don't give a shit. That's fucking perfect. That's hilarious. Had a thief place 2 ink tank printers in front of the door next to the laptops and kept pacing back and forth staring at them. Yeah, that's true. Selling shit cheap will usually sell it fast. That makes sense. And it's stolen, so it's all profit. It's an old strategy. I get why it works. Had a guy at Home Depot when I worked at Home Depot, a guy cut off his thumb trying to steal a bandsaw and forgot to take his thumb with him. Bro. Also, like, at what point do you just give up? Like, he was like, I already lost the finger. I'm not leaving here without the saw. Like, if you go to the hospital, they will attach your thumb and you're going to get caught, but also you'll have your thumb. It might go back on. You could be like this, but it could go right back on. Like, yeah, didn't take his thumb with him. That's crazy. Ooh, that's a long story. You can't write that long and not put a too long didn't read because it's too long and I didn't read it. I will always tell my fellow employees that I don't care that someone is stealing. Get on it and put freight away. That's fine. Get fired for saying anything other than can I help you bring that up over here? Lady walked out with a cart full of stuff that she thought she paid for, but her card didn't go through. She was on the phone not paying attention. Yeah, bro. If they're gonna fire you for that, you shouldn't do that. You're not taking a stand. They'll fire me for saving their money. They'll fire you because that guy could have killed you, and then they would have been on the hook for that. That's why they'll fire you. Damn, had a guy just a few days ago cut the security off the display laptop. What up?
Hey, Meatballs, it's me again. I was telling you about how my uncles used to steal the equipment and shit.
Yeah.
So they actually did it for like 10 or 15 years, but they had like a shop too. But they would move it and stuff. It took them years to get caught.
That's tight.
Yeah.
At the even in early information age, that was still probably such as like a good hustle for so long. You know what I mean? Like always up until like 2002. You know what I mean? Like it could have gone on for a long time.
And they got out. They didn't even really do that much time, like 6 or 7 years, but they probably made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it, you know?
Yeah, that's tight.
And then I remember another one. It's about a convenience store. I live in fucking Daytona Beach, Florida, and there's like one of these little hood stores. It's like half a liquor store, half a fucking vape shop, and like convenience store.
Uh-huh.
They were paying like teams of crackheads to go like 100 miles and hit every Lowe's and Home Depot, and they would just fucking steal like generators and saws and lights. And then eventually the cops chased him back to the store, and when they went in there, it was like a warehouse just full of shit in there.
Damn, that sounds wild. I'm sure once some of these tweakers get caught up, it gets back to you pretty quick. They needed like one or two more sets of people in between, but then there's no money.
But it's funny, like they were sending out legit teams of junkies, like go.
Bro, what's been happening in this area a lot? I live in Sacramento, but like in Sacramento, it's been happening, Stockton, and then I see it happening a lot in LA. Or it's like whole teams of dudes are just going into stores and taking like armfuls of shit and all running out at once. Like, and it's like fucking 12 or 15 people, and they'll hit like the fucking Louis store, or like, or it'll even be small shit too. It'll be like tracksuits or like tech fleeces and shit, like Nike tech fleeces. But they'll just go out, they'll get it like fucking a bunch in a bunch of different sizes and just run out hella people all at once. It's been happening a lot.
Oh, and St. Louis, my family's up in St. Louis, and they were like telling me about how, because I went and visit, and they were like, "Oh, you got a Challenger, be safe." We like to steal those around here, and they were telling me how like 10 people will go to the Dodge dealerships at night and roll out with a fucking Challenger or Charger.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're just like sweeping fucking car sales, and
once it's out there, like how to get into a certain car, like they're fucking getting took all over. Like, cause it gets on YouTube or even TikTok. I see tutorials on how to steal cars on Kias and shit on TikTok every day, cause it takes like 10 seconds. So people do like speed runs on stealing cars and put it on socials. Like,
but it depends on the type of car though, cause like a lot of them, like, you know, like Chevy, they've always had that OnStar shit where they could disable your vehicle.
Yeah.
And I was reading the new Fords, they have new technology coming out where if you miss a payment, the car will fucking start itself and drive it back to the dealership.
Yo, I saw a meme
that
said that. I thought that I didn't know if that was real or not, but I think I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna repo itself. They ain't got to pay a driver to come get it or nothing.
It's gonna be tight, and then they're gonna open the door and someone's baby's gonna be in there.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a fat ass check. That's a lawsuit. I'm gonna own like 48% of Ford if that ever happens.
Absolutely, bro. Just imagine your like the antics that can happen with your car repoing itself. Like, at minimum you get dogs. At minimum you get someone's dog in there.
Yeah, that sounds like a huge liability Ford's about to incur.
We're shorting it, bro. We're seeing it ahead of the curve. This is it.
Well, all right, me. That's all I really had.
Well, thanks for calling back, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
God damn it. Forgot to ask him about the rent again. What fucking time? Really? It takes everything I have not to open up a tiny screen at the bottom and play Fortnite on here. I know that's not why we're watching. We're here to judge shit, but it's just my instinct. Call in and tell me your fucking stealing story. We've yet to hear a great one. I'm here for it though. 916-954-1954. Tell me some shit you stole. You stole it. You never told your friend you stole this shit from them. What is it? What did you steal from them? Just tell me. You stole this shit from your aunt because she thought she wouldn't notice. Come on. Tell me. I know you know what I'm talking about. Bro, my kids people keep stealing shit from my kids at school. My kids keep taking little toys and candies and shit. And it'll even be like a little snack. But my kids are like always have good snacks and they're sharing with their friends. And so now it's like out there that these fools have snacks. And they're getting took. they're getting shit taken off their backpacks. I'm like, you guys are gonna have to check somebody. Like, you're gonna have to figure out who's taking this shit and check them, because it can't go on like this. People can't keep taking your shit all the time. I just can't sustain it. Not buying these Pockies for other kids to be eating them. You know what I mean? Okay, enough Staples ones. I was like, why are all these so lame? Because we're on a Staples one. Retail workers of Reddit. Best or worst stealing stories. This is all shoplifting, though. I don't want just shoplifting. You know what I mean? Boy, stealing stories from Best Buy. I was dating this girl that was working at Best Buy, and she was like, yo, these dudes I work with are stealing iPad touches. They could just get it through. They kept them in like a case, like not even a case. It was like a gated cube, like a dog cage. They kept them basically like a dog kennel. They kept all the electronics in like the middle of this shit. And they said these dudes would just get these fucking boxes through the holes, because it was when they first started doing like the really sleek box. And I guess not. Even the original iPad had a small box, or iPod, but like, I don't know. These fools were just taking them right out, or they were opening the box inside, is what it was. They were reaching their hand and opening the box inside and just pulling out the iTouch, because it's like fucking this thin. And she was telling me they did it like a bunch of times. Then she gave me an iTouch with no box and was like, no, I bought that one. That one's not stolen, but I didn't have the box. But I set it up for you. That's why it's open. I was like, come on. I love stolen shit. I'll love this iPod even more if it's stolen. Don't tell me it's not stolen. I worked at Best Buy. Somebody stole multiple iPhones and iPads from the back room of the store. Anyone have any other good stealing stories? Damn, prepared fake hand receipts. You're going to jail. This is big premeditated. I mean, you're going to jail for stealing either way, but they wore their uniform, went on a spree, walked directly to the store warehouse, got 2 iMacs, flashed the fake hand receipt to anybody that asked, moved to the next store. I'm pretty sure they got through 4 or 5 Best Buys before the alert went out and they were arrested at the next stop. Damn, it was working. They got greedy, bro. Once it worked like 4 times, 5 times, like, you gotta stop. They're like, of course, they got arrested at the next stop. They were like, this shit's gonna keep working forever. No one's calling each other. That sounds like it was going so. They were so close, bro. They almost had it. Former employee admitted to stealing $17,000 of iPhones, Macs, and Samsung phones after being caught during a 3-month-long investigation. What do you want to know about rent? No, it just sounded like you said you live in Daytona, I guess. So now I know where. Or I don't know if that was where you live when you said it. Just sounded like rent was super cheap. I was like, that's crazy. I said you're committing the theft. If you're paying less than $1,000 for rent a month, you're the thief. But I was just kidding, bro. I was just joking. I was mostly mad I forgot to ask. More importantly than asking, because asking wasn't easy. Fired for stealing Monster energy drinks. You would just take them out of the fridge and forget to pay for them. Yeah, that sounds right. Quick Trip. Ooh, stealing little things from a party you attend isn't cute or funny. I don't agree with that. In college, when hosting parties, there are people who think it's cool or funny to steal little things from host places and post pictures like it's cool and edgy. It's not cool at all that you stole. The tone of this article is just someone who got something took from them, and that's very funny to me. I don't know why. It's hard to feel empathetic to them, and I don't know why. You could come into my house and take. If I have a party, I'm expecting all my shit to get stolen. I would not have anybody over if I had anything I didn't want stolen, for sure. What are the comments? I hope the comments are some good stories. No one ever posted pictures, but every time I had a party, I would lose a bunch of CDs. Someone also stole my designer cologne and some expensive bathroom products. You can't leave that shit in your bathroom. Your best friends will steal shit from you like that if they have the opportunity. You cannot leave some fucking expensive shit in your bathroom and have a party and then be like, they stole it. Yes, they fucking stole it. They were in there to steal Xanax. Of course they stole your fucking cologne. You know what I mean? That's a step down. Jumped up to 1150. I lied to get income based and I've had the same job. It keeps going up. Damn. My rent is like almost $2,000. But I also probably need more space than you because I have a million kids. I don't know if you have kids or not. Worst of all is I had a party one night and I got woke up in the morning by my bank calling me about alerting me all these crazy charges. Someone stole my wallet during a party. Why wouldn't you have your wallet on you? You protect your shit, bro. Like, first of all, even if you invite 5 friends over, there's going to be like 2 people that come that you didn't invite. And you don't even know them really, or you kind of know them. Those people would love to steal from you. You know what I mean? Once you're inviting people over, put shit away. Put your wallet in your pocket, bro. I don't care that you're at home. Shut the fuck up. You're tripping. Of course they stole that shit. What's wrong? That was, got caught stealing. Here we go. Here we go. Went to a party in high school. Before we left, we cleaned out the fridge and freezer. Oh, I've definitely taken food leaving a party before, but only if I was like absolutely gonna die. Like I would drink like crazy if I was about to leave, and then if I was like, if we don't eat right now, I'm gonna throw up in your car. Then I would steal some food at the house. That's fair. Nobody could fault you for that. Bed Bath and Beyond. Supervisor. Heard a box being opened. No good. Man shoving a razor in his pants. Asked him if everything is okay since I'm not allowed to call him out on stealing. Man, I gotta tell you, these stories are stinkers. Like, thank goodness I'm not reading them out loud before finding this out. But I feel bad you have to watch me read because I'm sure I look like this. It's worse than that, probably. Dropping stuff. all these stories are whack. Gotta tell you that maybe we'll try to do fucking. All right. I will see if I can not get banned on Omegle real quick. And we'll see if we can do this show without getting any dicks on screen. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull this off. Oh my God, this shit is gone. Man, this actually appears to be a very heavy letter about why I can't get on Omegle. So, oops. Yo, so what are we gonna do on Friday? What topic you guys want to do? I have a story. It's called The Ugly Barnacle. We'll figure it out, bro. I'll post a good topic on Friday, and I want to see some people calling. We got some calls tonight, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'll see you guys on the Friday, and then we'll do a big Christmassy one. Big Christmas court. Christmas court. I don't even know what that could entail, but we'll do it. Till then, court's adjourned. See you guys.